In 1999, NASA lost a spacecraft near Mars, not because of an explosion, not because of an asteroid, not because the technology failed, but because of one tiny mistake, a measurement conversion. And the worst part, nobody noticed it until the spacecraft was already gone. The mission was called the Marsclimateorbiter loss. Its job sounded simple: travel to Mars, study the atmosphere, and help future missions understand the planet better. Years of planning went into it. Hundreds of engineers and scientists worked on the mission. Millions of dollars were invested. Everything looked normal. The spacecraft launched successfully. It traveled millions of miles through space. And for months, NASA believed everything was going perfectly. Then came the final stage. The spacecraft approached Mars, preparing to enter orbit around the planet. This was the most dangerous moment of the mission. Everything had to be exact. Even the smallest error could become catastrophic. And somewhere deep inside the calculations, a tiny problem was growing. One team used metric units, the other used imperial units. One calculated force in newtons, the other calculated it in pound force. At first, the difference seemed almost invisible. But space is unforgiving. Over millions of miles, tiny mistakes become massive. A small error at the beginning can send a spacecraft completely off course by the end. And by the time NASA realized something was wrong, the orbiter was already approaching Mars incorrectly. Too low. Far too low. Instead of safely entering orbit, the spacecraft moved dangerously close to the Martian atmosphere. Then, the signal vanished. No warning, no recovery. Just silence. Inside, mission control. Engineers stared at their screens waiting for the spacecraft to respond. But nothing came back. The spacecraft was gone. After months of investigation, NASA discovered the truth. The mission had likely burned apart in the atmosphere, or disappeared forever into space, all because two systems failed to use the same measurements. One tiny conversion mistake destroyed an entire mission. And what made the story even more shocking was how human the mistake really was. It wasn't caused by advanced alien technology or an unpredictable cosmic disaster. It was a communication error, a simple mismatch between two teams, and that's why the story still matters today, because it reminds us that even the most advanced organizations on Earth are still vulnerable to human mistakes. Today, the Mars Climate Orbiter loss is studied as one of the most expensive and unforgettable engineering failures in modern history, not because the technology failed, but because humans did. And somewhere near Mars, a spacecraft worth hundreds of millions of dollars simply disappeared. Subscribe for more real stories that feel unreal.